Today, the 28th of April, 2026. Boy, I just came back to life. I haven't done a video for a while because I was very ill. The devil thought he had me, but God got me. I want to warn everybody in this country that eating barracuda, it could be your last meal. I remember that white boy from Manawa got all that energy, crying like a baby, right on my shoulder. I can call his name, crying for Jesus to take him because barracuda had him under control. I had that same sickness, but I didn't cry for Jesus to take me, and I shed not a tear. I lay down in the bed and they say, you need to go to the hospital. Your temperature is that low that you could die with a heart attack with low temperature or high temperature. I said, well, I die low, I going high, but I am not gonna die in a killer hospital called the Princess Margaret Hospital. The doctor prepared my bill and everything to go to the hospital. I said, yes, could stick my head in there. I got a niece, I think, that works there. I think she still works there. So I was going to tell her to quickly push me through a machine and push me back out. I don't want to spend overnight. I don't like Nassau. I don't like hospital. So I got apprehended at the airport waiting for my sickness. Boy, that was a bad day. And it's getting better because I can eat now. I didn't eat anything for about a week. They say you can't eat no fish, you can't eat no lobster, you can't eat no seafood, you can't eat this. Well, Christ, I could eat all the food that I like. I can't eat no more. And the poison gonna stay in your body for 6 months. Every time I touch the fridge or anything cold, I get electrocuted. Wow, that's the power of a poison barracuda. But I come to video to say about some good things that Kai do. You all know all the negative stuff. And I was with some Bahamian boys that seems to want to call themselves Haitian Bahamian. I don't like that. I want them to be proud to be Bahamians. You see, one boy educated me about this. I say, I was on the line and he making all kind of noise. Oh, Jackson. Everybody know Jackson. So Jackson, I said, well, y'all Haitian, y'all ready to catch yourself in Abaco, you know. Jackson put out this. He said, you see any Haitian on that? Look at it. You see what on that? You know Haitian on that. Then he pulled out he pulled out this. You see this? I got as much rights as you in this country. That was an eye-opener. But I went ahead of the story. Before we went to that story, I met Jackson and the rest of them. They had a group called the Mud Dogs. But they don't realize that Kai had the only gang in Abaco. I was the owner of the gang. It was called the Dunstan Running Rebels. And we were out of block 30. The fellas are talking now couldn't enter into such place. The police couldn't enter on the basketball court unless they had permission from the leader of the biggest and the only gang in Abaco, the Running Rebels. Kai Mills was the sponsor. Then the Mud Dog came up, breaking up everything in Marsh Harbor. So I went right up in the mud. I never scared. I brought 200 out. Y'all sit down. Why are y'all breaking up these white people's shop and writing Mud Dogs all over their buildings every night? Make it make sense. Who give you that authority in this country? And you're not even legal. Neither one of y'all is Bahamians. This was 30 years ago or so. So they said the reason is that the people want them to work but they don't want to associate. They wanted to go back right into the mud like cattle. And we are young youths, and we want to express ourselves. They played soccer because the soccer field is right down there in the mud. That's where the name mud come from, because it was all mud. They turned it into a city. I don't know how they did it. They had some engineers back then. We used to walk through the mud, and it was water at high tide, but the Haitian irrigated it through their ingenuity. How did that happen? I don't know. So I said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. So I went and bought some lights in Nassau, big spotlights, got Bahama Power Light to put the lights on. I marked out the card. I paid for the rims. I paid for the electricity. I give them a card that they could, a plug that they could use if they want a house speaker to have a little party, to have a social event. Man, I go up there in the morning, sometimes you can't sleep. So I drive up and I can see the light on from rain to understand. That's the only light in Marsh Harbor, the brightest light. I put it in the mud and the peace. When I go up there, 200 on the card, and I ran the card. They find freedom. So I said, y'all ain't playing basketball right. So I showed them how to play basketball. So I said, y'all want to join my league? I'm now the president of the Abaco Basketball Association. So then we had a team from the mud and one from the peas. And then the Haitian boys from Hopetown, along with Larry Pidge and them, some little white boys, they came over. And I had 11 teams. I had more teams than anywhere in the country, because Kai didn't look at them as Haitian Bahamian. I look at them as Bahamians. And I want them to take that stigma that they brought over here, calling themselves Haitian Bahamian. Either you're Haitian or you're Bahamian. I am from Africa. Every black man is from Africa. But I want nothing to do with Africa. I want to be proud to be Bahamians. Why is all the people that are getting our passports, our citizenship, are not proud? I got a problem with that. There's no Haitian Bahamian, Jamaican Bahamian on your passport. It is a Bahamian passport. And if you're not proud to be a Bahamian, turn it back in. Get the hell where you came from. That is my problem. But my story is, I have always been helping. And I dismantled one of the biggest gang in Abaco, the Mud Dogs, that was going to grow out of hand. Kai did that out of pocket. There's a lot of people that said you shouldn't have done it, but because what Kai did, they learned to play basketball, and some of them went to college. I didn't get the props, I didn't get the joy, but because Kai Mills kept the game alive, the boys of the Mud and the Peas in Hopetown, through their athletic ability, could have gone to America and obtained a college degree. Some of them never came back, some of them came back, but nobody never said, thank you, Kai, for taking us out the mud and putting us on the playfield to make our life better. But God knows my heart. Y'all vote for Kai. The sky is the limit. Kai promised you 2 acres of land, a piece of our natural resources. I got so much information, but I can't share it now. I was talking to somebody the other day about the treasures in North Abaco, that this one particular item in North Abaco, you could get $2,000 a pound. It surpassed the price of lobster, and it's right there, and the divers are looking at it every day, and America is killing themselves to get it, but Kai got the data long time. If I tell the fishermen what it is, they'll never dive lobster again. It worth $2,000 a pound, and it's all over North Abaco. Y'all vote for Kai. Education, the freedom of information. The government knows, but they don't want you to make that kind of money. But Kai gonna set you up to make that kind of money. Stop calling yourself Mud Dogs. If you have a Bahamian passport, you are a Bahamian plural. Be proud to be in the best little country that you will ever visit and be a part of. This is Kai coming out of sickness, coming out of lockup, and aiming to be the best member of parliament that North Abaco will ever have. Whether you like it or not, you got to learn to live with me for 5 years. And you're all going to say the negative ones. You're going to say, boy, if we would have had Kai 20 years ago, what would Abaco be like? Wow. That's the kind of effect I can leave on y'all. Wow. Wow. Kai really cares. That's why he's here. Vote for Kai. Coalition's independent. The Mud Dogs. I brought them off the mud onto the playing field, and they're now professionals. Thank God for Kai Mills, because Kai cares.